I'm Chris Bright, and I'm a foodie. We're going to do a shrimp recipe, and I want to thank a couple of people or businesses. Number one is Island Pacific for these shrimp. Look at the size of these things. They're huge. Look at that. It's like a small lobster. It's great. $5.99 a pound if you're in the Santa Clarita Valley or you're anywhere in California that has an Island Pacific. And there's one in Las Vegas as well. Also, I want to thank Nick Stellino, one of my favorite chefs, for this recipe. And thank you, Nick, for letting me use this on my foodie channel. Okay, the first thing we want to do is we want to clean these shrimp. Now, we do not want to take the shells off these shrimp. We just want to insert a little hole right there between the tail and the head, and we want to cut like so. I'm going to do a couple of these. Here's another one right there. Boom. And just cut it. This is not an exceptionally hard thing to do, especially if you got a good pair of scissors. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we want to devein these, because you don't want to eat shrimp poop, do you? Nah, that's not good. That's not fun. So we're going to go into the shrimp. This one right here does not seem to have any problems. Up, there it is. See it? That's shrimp poop. Gotta get that out. So we take a knife and we just go underneath the shrimp poop and get rid of it. Let's look at another one. Let's see. Do we got any Pupo de Shrimpo here? This seems pretty good. Another one. Sometimes this can be a pain in the ass. I mean, really. This one's got it right there. Oh, ew. Terrible. And there we go. We got rid of it. Yucky. You don't want to eat that. That's not good. And so we're going to do 2 pounds of these shrimps. I would call them prawns or mini lobsters. And then we're going to put together our recipe. So hang with me. Okay, so now we have our shrimp cleaned, prawns. And I'm going to put a little olive oil in the bottom of the pan. Turn on the heat. The first thing I want to do is get some red pepper flakes. By the way, this is a Nick Stellino recipe, so go check his website out. He's got a lot of great stuff there. And you don't have to add red pepper if you don't like it. I mean, it does add a lot to this recipe. And we want to get that going. And we also want to add our garlic, which I've minced. I know Nick usually leaves big chunks here, but I don't like to let the shrimp cook too long. So I like to have it minced so it cooks up fast. And also onions. Now, Nick initially used red onions here. We got a lot of onions. We got them growing all over the backyard. So here's one of our white onions, and I'm going to throw that in. And also we want to get the parsley sauteed with this. Not all of the parsley we're going to use, but a good amount to get the flavor going. Now we want to take these beautiful, huge red prawns from Argentina and head on. And why do we leave the head on? Well, because they make a great sauce. Now I know some of you probably don't really want to suck the heads, but I just kind of love it. I think it really adds an extra flavor to your sauce. And if you don't like them, well, toss them, but you're missing out. And remember, you can get these, I don't know if you can still get them, but they were on sale at Island Pacific for $5.99 a pound. I mean, that's ridiculous. Look at the size of that. That's a lobster, man. It's a damn lobster. Okay, so now what I want to do is, these shrimp are not going to take very much time to cook at all. Shrimp cook real fast. But we don't want to really fully cook them. We just want to kind of get them a little bit brown, and then we're going to make our sauce. Remember, this is Nick Stellino's recipe, shrimp in the pot. Okay. We've had this several times before, and I got to tell you, it's Nick. You did good. And we want to kind of let them sit there and saute for another 5 or 10 minutes. So we'll see you back in 5 or 10. Now, we're starting to get a little bit of color to the shrimp. And a little bit of those delicious brown bits in the pan. You can see them right there. So now what we're going to do, we're going to add 2 cans of tomato sauce. And a half cup of wine, white wine. And then we're going to add some chicken broth. What we want to do is kind of bring this to a boil. We don't want to overcook our shrimp, so we just want to let it come to a boil, and then we're going to bring it down to a simmer, and we're going to let it simmer for about maybe another 5 minutes, and then we'll be ready to plate. Okay, so now the shrimp is done. I'm going to plate it in the pot. This is, after all, shrimp in the pot. And I'm going to pour the sauce over the top. There you have it. Shrimp in the pot. Thank you, Nick Stellino. Okay, so now I'm going to want to put a little bit of fresh parsley. This is Italian flat leaf parsley over the top. That ought to be good. And now it's time to eat. Mangia. Get some of that sauce. And these, I don't need a knife or a fork. I'm going to use my hands. I hope you make this recipe for yourself and your family. Enjoy. See you next time.